Yeah. '08 Super Glide CVO anniversary.
Yeah, the nice one, the brown.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, it's about a $7,000. I just gave a guy a number on that bike a few weeks ago. What's up?
Yes.
Kind of first one on there, V-Rod. Yeah, that was a really good idea, Harley. They should rename that to the Herpes 1200 model because Valtrex won't get rid of that bike. Yeah, I'm glad to be V-Rod free right now. You know, that's like being like somebody saying they're drug free or drink free. Being V-Rod free feels good. Now, this second bike, big mistake Harley getting rid of. The Crossbones, really, really cool bike. I thought one of the better bikes in the later years that they built. Unfortunately, like anything else in life, you don't know what you have until it's gone. Now everybody wants a Crossbones. When we had them, nobody wanted it. And then all of a sudden it became extinct, and it's now the bike everybody wants. The Germans were smart. They were buying every one of these they could find when these bikes were in the country. So the majority of these went overseas. The 72. Actually, I thought it was a pretty cool bike. It didn't take off big. I like Sportsters in general because they're all Evos. I'm a big Evo freak. But I think that this 72 is a great little Sportster. Runs fantastic. The drawback on that bike was the small tank. So a guy can really go 65, 70 miles at best. And which to me on that bike, I wouldn't want to ride anything beyond that anyway. It's a little cruiser. And a lot of them were made in hard candy flake colors. That I wasn't into either. They look like bad 1970 bumper cars, you know, or bass boats. So if they would have kept normal colors on these bikes, probably would have did better. The next bike, true piece of shit. Stupid diving platform on the back of that Softail with a big fat tire, skinny front tire. As choppers were going out of business, Harley was getting in business with it, so that was a big mistake on their part. Next bike I thought was a really cool bike. The XR 1200. That bike originally was, the XR 750, what Evel Knievel did his jumps on, but this bike was actually a really cool, rideable, fun bike. But the problem, this bike was big over in Europe. They didn't even have it in the United States for several years. To me, a lot cooler than any V-Rod or this stupid street that they replaced it with, but this was a cool motorcycle. Harley-Davidson Blackline, the next bike, that bike was just a total failure. Came out with some goofy split handlebars, like a Honda Trail 70 came with back in 1970. They just wasn't really a cool ride, didn't ride well. Had a half a gray motor on it with half a black motor. It sucked. All around bad idea. Biggest mistake they ever made right here, getting rid of the FXR. I thought that was a fantastic motorcycle. And they haven't had a Dyna that cool since that bike went out of business. And I think the last year they did an FXR 2 and an FXR 3 in 2099. They reintroduced the Evo and they came out with that model one more year. It was like kind of the beginning of the CVO era. I like the Nightster because it had a bigger tank. It actually sold better than the 48 and the 72 does because it's got a bigger tank. It's like an iron on steroids. That's why I think the new iron will do fantastic because it's a 1200 now. It's just like this bike with a little cool Jax Teller fairing on it. So everybody that wants to be Jax Teller out there can put their flannel shirt on with their white sneakers and pretend they're, you know, sons of mommy. So the V-Rod, the Rocker, and the Blackline. So for any of you guys that ride them out there, I apologize, but you might try to trade them to me, which I'll take them on trade. But I just want to let you know that they're Tyrannosaurus Rexes. They're extinct for a reason. The rest of these bikes, if anybody has a Crossbones, please bring it down. I'd love to get that. I also love these. And FXRs, man, they are the coolest. So that's my opinion. Remember, those are just opinions. Some people love rockers, but usually they wear red leather pants.